happening, TwT fans? It is February 20th, 2025, and I am surprised we are all still alive. And I just want to start off the way I always do, by saying thank you. Thank you to all of my subscribers out there. You're what keeps me coming back week after week. If you're new to the podcast, remember to subscribe. And if you want your opportunity to be on this podcast, or at least tell your story, talkinwithtopher at gmail.com, and the Linktree link. It's in the description below the video, along with all links discussed in this episode and every episode. Now with all the housekeeping out of the way, let's get into today's episode. It is a wild time to be alive, everybody. We've got Black Hawks flying into planes. We've got planes crashing in the middle of a town or a city, and it looked like a missile. And I mean, there is just so much going on. So I don't even know where to begin. This is going to be a complete episode on Topher's theories, all right? Because there's so many of them right now. We've got flat Earth. We are encased in a wall. Our entire existence has been designed for this attempt of control. We are seeing more and more UFOs. We are seeing crash landings. People are burning snow. Have you seen those videos? What is with the snow that will not melt? Put it in a microwave and it turns into plastic. The fog. What's up with the fog? I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. It's absolutely crazy right now. I don't even know where to begin. So the first place I'm going to start is right here. I am completely stuffed up and nasally, but they are trying to bury this, everybody. I mean, it is wild what they are trying to bury today. They are trying to bury the unhealthiest drinks available. I had an article on this. My article was deleted. It took over 30 minutes to find anything that could tell you about our drinks, what we are selling to people, and an article on it that says what's good or bad. They're tearing them down, everybody. They're tearing them down, and I don't know why they're tearing all this stuff down. Check this out. So 50 unhealthiest bottled drinks to leave on grocery store shelves. Frappuccino by Starbucks, Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola, vitamin water, Monster, Red Bull. And I'm sure the list goes on and on and on. When you need to quench your thirst, not just any drink will do. Even though some drinks are from the store, like teas, juices, smoothies, may sound refreshing and healthy, don't be fooled. They are often loaded with sugars and preservatives and don't really have any nutritional value to offer, despite what the market has claimed. In fact, some unhealthy drinks contain 2 or 3 times the amount of sugar you should be consuming in a day. I mean, if you don't already know this, I don't know what rock you're living under, because, my God, everybody. I told somebody the other day that sugar feeds cancer, and they were completely and absolutely dumbfounded that I even brought that up. I'm like, are you serious? You don't know that sugar feeds cancer? It's crazy to me, everybody. All right, my nose is running and I can't catch it. Oh, my goodness. I'm just having some issues this morning with the weather. I've been outside shoveling. My shoulders hurt from it. I'm sick of the snow already, and we are only, well, this is the beginning of February, but, you know, I pre-record all these, but it is just snow after snow after snow, and I will tell you, I am just done shoveling now. But still got to keep doing it because we can't really stop until April. So I never give up on the snow until, what is that, Easter? I think it's Easter. Anytime after Easter, we shouldn't be getting snow. And if we do, well, the world's coming to an end anyway. So I can't really tell you whether or not it's because of whatever, but I don't believe in it. So I don't think so. I don't think so. Things are flipping. We do not get as much as we used to, but man, we got some right now. The American Heart Association recommends limiting added sugar to 25 grams daily for women and 36 grams for men on the daily. Trying to follow these guidelines is important for your health, as excess sugar consumption has been linked to increased blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, inflammation, and liver disease. Unfortunately, many of the popular bottled drinks you're used to sipping on and squelching hot day contain far more sugar than the daily limit. Yeah, no kidding. Welch's grape juice. Hey, everybody, juice is horrible for you. It's horrible for you. Apple juice, orange juice, any juice that's in a bottle, the only way you should be getting juice is from the actual fruit itself. That's how you get juice. You freshly squeeze a juice, an orange, and you get like a little sip of juice. That's the juice, everybody. That's all you should be drinking. Eat the fucking orange, everybody. Eat the orange. Eat the grapes. Eat the apples. That's how you're going to get the juice. You don't buy it in a bottle. You just don't. It's absolutely horrible for you. Minute Maid lemonade. Yeah, no shit. Mountain Dew. Who didn't know that? I mean, seriously, I'm not even going to read the crap that's in these. 110 calories, zero... maybe I should read some of these ingredients that are inside of them. But they're just disgusting. These are not good for you. Per 8-ounce can, 110 calories, zero fat, zero saturated fat, 105 grams of sodium, 29 grams of carbs, zero protein, zero fiber, and 27 grams of sugar, everybody. Absolutely disgusting. Gatorade, gross. Just horrible for you. I know that's a good way to get electrolytes, but it's not the best way to get electrolytes. You want to get real electrolytes? Get the electrolytes. You know what I mean? Like, they come in forms of tablets, almost like I wanted to say Altoid, but I meant, what's that one you would drop in the cup? They would show the dentures in it, and it would like fizz in the water. They sell electrolytes like that, so you can put it in your water. In your water, everybody. That's where you need to be putting it. Starbucks mocha frappuccino. Pure leaf sweet tea. Yeah, the sweet tea is no good for you. Bottled Farm. You want black regular tea, everybody. Bottled Farms mocha cappuccino. Both House Farm strawberry banana smoothie. I mean, Coca-Cola. Pepsi. Naked Green Machine. These things are supposed to, some of these are coming up and they're healthy drinks. You're not being healthy when you're buying this shit in bottles. Preservatives are in it. Vitamin water. I've known vitamin water to be garbage for over a decade now. Snapple peach tea. Garbage. Barks root beer. Yeah, no kidding. Herbert's lemonade. Yep. Already knew that. Half and half by Arizona South style. A&W. Ocean Spray, V8, Splash. I mean, it just goes, look at these things. If you have these in your fridge, everybody, and you are seeing this right now, throw it out. It's no good. It's no good. None of this shit is good for you. You need to be drinking water. That is your best choice for defense. Maybe a gallon a day. Filtered coffee, black. Nothing in it. No creamers, no sugars, nothing. I put a little bit of cacao butter and I put a little bit of MCT oil in my coffee when I brew it in the morning. It goes throughout the entire croft. It's a healthy fat. I'm not going to call it bulletproof because that has been debunked. I like it though. It does help the caffeine kicks calm down a little bit. All right. That's number 2, best choice. Plain tea. Milk, I don't know about milk. I kind of tend to disagree with it. They say it's good for your bones and you're growing and this and that. You want to know what's good for your bones and growing? Heavy weight. That's what's good for your bones and growing, not a drink. And plus, it's processed. It's got sugars in it. It's not really that great. Soft drinks are the worst. Diet sodas are the worst. Sparkling water is a good choice. Energy drinks are the worst choice. Fruit juice, if it's actually squeezed from the fruit, I'll believe you. Smoothies, if you're making them yourself, maybe. Sports drinks are okay. Sip sparingly coconut water. Wine. Alcohol is just bad for you in general. It's not good. These fucking things on the side of the can are fake. They're fake. They can put them on anything that they want. That's where I'm at with all this. This is just falsified information to make you think that you are doing something healthy when you're not. If you are buying out of the center of the store, you are not doing yourself any good services. You are only disservicing yourself. It's poison. Poison in packaging. That's what it all is. You know, the amount of energy drinks I see people drink on the daily basis is insane, everybody. It's insane. This I thought was very interesting. This woman here did not smoke, wound up with lung cancer. She was shocked about the diagnosis of lung cancer because she never smoked. And I just wanted to play the video a little bit.
A medical breakthrough at NYU Langone. Robots were used for a life-saving operation. The world's first fully robotic double lung transplant was performed. The surgical team used robotic arms to remove the old lungs and implant the new ones last month. Doctors say the procedure was minimally invasive because small incisions were made between the ribs before the robotic system was used. 57-year-old Cheryl Merker is now recovering from the surgery. Good for her. The Dutchess County resident had suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, but she is doing better. Fantastic.
That is just crazy, everybody. So, okay, it wasn't just surgery on her lungs. She actually had her lungs replaced. Okay, so that makes sense, and now she's recovering from it. But she's never smoked in her life, and this happens to people. I believe they said it was about 10% of people will get lung cancer without smoking. Why? Because our atmosphere and our air that we breathe in is toxic. If you live in a city, you're breathing in brake dust every day, and that stuff is no good for you. I mean, there is a reason why most of, I think, China or Japan wear masks outside, because their air is toxic. And that's probably because they spend so much time polluting and not following any type of guidelines on their manufacturing. All of that has an effect on us. Everything that happens around us has an effect on us. And I don't understand why people don't get that. But before I get into the real theories of the day, I want to talk about this one new robot, because they are just advancing these things so crazy. And I just watched the movie Atlas last night. Holy shit, everybody. Absolutely insane. And what a possibility. But I still don't believe that the humanoid or AI is going to come to this recollection that we ourselves are destructive to ourselves and our environment. And they're going to want to eradicate us because of the simple fact that we are going to eradicate ourselves eventually. It's a little far-fetched at this point. I really do believe it's more along the lines of the AI is going to be programmed by, let's just say Japan, let's just say China, let's just say America, right? Those are three different humanoids. Each one's AI is designed to understand that it is the best. And if it comes across an American AI and a Japan AI come across each other, then the Japan AI goes, oh no, I'm way better than you. And the other AI is like, no, I'm better than you. And then they fight it out. And we will be the casualties of that war. Look at what they're doing with this AI today. These humanoids. Hips don't lie. Watch China's humanoid robot walk like Shakira in a new video. So this robot is walking. Look at the way it's walking. Relatively good speed. The hips are kind of bouncing back and forth. Wow. I mean, it is just so much more advanced. Look at it run. That's actually pretty good. That's crazy, bro. Going uphill, over obstacles, running on multiple different terrains. going down. Wow, very quickly. I mean, it is wild. That walking pace is. How long ago did I show you the first robot that was walking around the Tesla warehouse, learning how to walk and maneuver compared to this video I'm showing you today? I do not believe that it was more than 8 months ago, everybody. I could probably go back and figure it out, but I don't need to right now because this is wild. Look at it run up the hill. Absolutely insane, everybody. Insane how quickly we have advanced in like 8 months. 8 months. It's so wild. So, could all these shows that I've been watching come true? Could AI eventually absolutely 100% take over? Could humanoids get to the point where they can move around with you and me and almost go unnoticed? They have all the skins now, and I mean, it's just getting so close to reality. When are we going to get to the point where the humanoid needs all the liquid inside of it? You're like, well, what is all that about? Why does the humanoid need all this liquid inside of it like blood? You know what I mean? Or maybe it is more like that liquid-filled humanoid that, had crazy amount of movement and looked more like a muscle structure than a robot structure. And it was becoming more human-like. But maybe they do eventually get to the point where the fluid moving through and helping the humanoid move its appendages, maybe at that point, you would need more fluid inside of the humanoid to get the motions that we have, to move the eyelids, to get the cheek movements, to get the lips, the tongue, all the movements that we make. Maybe it is the liquid inside of us that helps with all of that. How much longer? How much longer? It's just wild, just like a lot of this shit that I want to show you today. This was so crazy to me. I mean, you've got to hear this, guy. You've got to hear this.
Waiting time for an organ in the United Kingdom, the registered donor is 24 million. If you need an organ like lungs, for example, you need wait more than 2 years. Many people, they just die because they can't wait that long. Waiting for a liver in US, maybe up to 5 years. In China, as in emergency case, it can as short as 4 hours. You can't do that. In order to find that quick, you have to know where this person lives. In 2016 in Xinjiang, all Uyghur people has been forced to go to hospital to have the blood taken. And they said, this is for your health. We suspect is that they are building this organ database. Once, if you want an organ, you submitted your sample, then they will put into the computer and find in the Xinjiang, in a village, a person's match with you. Then this person will become a third suspect. Then he will be disappeared. Then you will find your organ is coming.
You're like, what? Dude, that's crazy. Is that not crazy? That they can get you an organ in 4 hours. 4 hours. You're going to tell me they don't? They're building a database, people. They're building a database. So they know, hey, oh, wow, Yi Yang needs a lung. Oh, well, Jingpi has a lung. Well, we'll just disappear him and we'll save him because he's more important. And that brings me to this one too, because this is absolutely insane.
Everybody has been talking about this video online right now. This lady found the most disturbing discovery, dude. This happened this year, or I think the end of 2024, so it was like around the same time. This one day, bro, there was this lady who had a job inspecting semi-trucks. So she goes out there and she's doing her usual stuff. So she's inspecting these semi-trucks at this gas station that were in this area. This one semi-truck ends up pulling up in the gas station. She notices the guy jumps out of the semi-truck. He looks hella nervous and he's sweating like crazy.
Oh, he's hiding something.
So he goes inside the gas station or whatever. She ends up seeing that in the back of the semi, one of the doors were slightly open. So she ends up going and opens the door, bro. When she opens the door, this lady instantly burst into tears, bro, and started like hyperventilating. She ends up seeing hundreds of children's bodies stacked on top of each other.
Really?
Bro, the way that they described it, they said all of these kids were stacked on top of each other like food. The lady was just like tweaking, and pretty much that's the video that is viral right now. Everybody is seeing it.
There's a video of it.
It's a video of after, like pretty much when she found it. No, yeah, so they show a video of her and she's like screaming and she's just like hyperventilating and stuff, bro. It's hella crazy. And literally a couple days after this video goes viral and the police got called and stuff like that, this lady ended up being found inside of a suitcase in a parking lot.
No.
And there was a note that said, "This is what happens when you see what you're not supposed to see."
No.
What the fuck? I mean, is that not absolutely insane to think about? That, I mean, it's so crazy to me, but so believable at the same time. How many canisters? Are they canteens? What are those? The big boxes, right? How many of those have had humans in them? And is it, if this is in Mexico, where did those bodies come from? Where were they going? What were they for? Was that McDonald's shipment? Maybe the truth is out there about McDonald's. Maybe everybody does need to stop eating that, because maybe it is human meat. But I am still finding that to be a little difficult to swallow. Now, I thought this was cool, man. Look at this. The Tatarian Empire, 87 years before the first video camera was invented. So, I've heard of the Tatarians and it being the civilization that has been lost. The interesting part of it to me is that they had technology that we have today, but they didn't have any way to record anything. They didn't have video recording, audio recording, but they had some amazing, amazing advances, supposedly. Now, these are the people and the lost civilization, right? If it's a lost civilization that was here before us, and yet their technology was so advanced, they had no way to record it or put it somewhere, document it or something. So all of this must be AI generated. But I thought it was very interesting to see this stuff because of the simple fact that maybe it's true. Look at, they're hanging out with giants. Hanging out with giants, man. Could you imagine that? Those people right there, we were working alongside of them, which would make sense. I still believe that the giants probably built the pyramids. That would be crazy. Look at, they're on scooters and bikes. I mean, if these Tatarians are real, if all this stuff that was underground is real, look at this too.
Are we looking at here?
I mean, look at this.
Look! What is that? That is the World Trade Center.
That's
What are we
crazy.
looking at? We are looking at the St. John's Cathedral, the Divine, in New York City. This was built in 1892. I want y'all to tell me, how did the Tatarians know about the World Trade Center? Look at that.
Those are waves.
Those are waves coming over the city. Look at that. What do you think that is? That's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's broken in half. Look at that. There's cars falling off the Brooklyn Bridge. This was built in 1892.
What?
1892. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? I know your brains aren't wrapping yourselves around it, but are y'all with me here? Look at that. This piece right here, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I can't
but
tell.
That has something to do with it. If
What do you think it is? I'm looking at it and you really can't. Well, that's a person right here. It's a bunch of people right here. And it looks like they're like almost tilting it. You know what I mean? Like they're dumping something out of it, but you really can't tell.
that right there is the Brooklyn Bridge. Right there. You see cars falling off, right? Look right here again. Let's go back over here. That's the World Trade Center, and look beneath it. Look. Those are Tatarian buildings, Tatarian structures, right?
So again, going back to everything being buried. This is just absolutely insane. If that was built in 1892 and it was already showing us that. So all that stuff is buried underneath New York City. The Twin Towers were built on top of those things. I'm starting to really believe that this could be true. The other thing I was thinking about when I saw all this was like, you know, where did they go? Where did this lost civilization disappear to? This is very, very interesting. And how plausible is this? You know, we will never really be able to figure it out. They are starting to find signs of this being true. So that's what I find to be the most exciting about this, is that there is some proof of this. And what if we have just been sitting on top of our past, and the things that we see today, right? We're walking on the street. We walk up to a set of stairs. We walk up, we go walk through the door, and now we're in the building, right? You can walk all the way downstairs in that building, and it doesn't bring you any further than, you know, the garage level, let's just say. Let's just put a name on it. But what if that was just the very top of that building? Check this out, and I think it'll explain a little bit more of where I'm kind of going with this. Watch this.
Look at these photographs. Why are all these doors and windows submerged underground? They've been hiding the true answer to this question from us. In the 19th century,
Look at that.
strange events were reported.
Look, I'm going to pause it. Look. Buildings, sidewalk, and for some reason, somebody decided to start digging down. Look at all the entrances right here. It's like a duplicate of what they did on top of it.
Worldwide, cities were dug out from layers of mud and debris, revealing buildings buried up to their...
Look at that. Look. It's just the top of the building, right? Look at underneath. Supposedly, this stuff was all buried.
rooftops. It was a global cataclysmic event that buried entire...
That's what's underneath the Eiffel Tower? I mean, what is that? That's the Washington Monument. That's the Washington Monument. You can't see any of this pillared stuff underneath it. So you're supposed to, you're telling me that at some point in time, You used to be able to walk up to the Washington Monument and walk underneath this structure that is built around it. Could it be there?
Entire civilizations in mud, erasing them from history. But here is where it gets.
Now, this is crazy. I mean, we are talking about skyscrapers that are 20, 30, 60 fucking stories high. And then we're only utilizing this part of it. The rest of it's gone. It's all underneath us.
It's rather unsettling. The Tatarian Empire, often depicted in old maps, was an advanced civilization that existed across Europe and Asia. They built architectural marvels, had access to advanced technology, and were able to harness energy from the atmos. Many say the mud flood was a deliberate attempt to wipe out Tartaria from history, hiding their advanced technology and knowledge, but it gets even darker. Look at the World's Fairs of the late 1800s and early 1900s. These elaborate buildings resembling ancient architecture were supposedly built in just a few years. After the fairs, they were supposedly demolished. Was this to erase evidence of an advanced pre-existing civilization? The Chicago World Fair in 1893, the Paris Exposition in 1900, and the St. Louis World Fair in 1904 all showcased magnificent buildings with intricate designs. Officially, they were apparently built with plaster and wood. Do these look like temporary structures to you?
No.
The sudden disappearance of these...
Look at that. Look at that. The Eiffel Tower, right?
architecture.
And you can see right here all of the extra stuff, these little buildings in this round world thing are all gone. This white structure still sustains today. Everything else is gone.
Marvels raises the question, were they remnants of the Tartarian Empire, conveniently disguised as...
So you got this right here, 1900, and the guy's going down the river, and there's all these buildings and stuff up to it, and then you look at the bottom picture from 2017, and everything is gone except for the tower, and it looks like there's a couple new buildings next to it, but all the buildings that were on the riverfront are gone.
Temporary exhibits that were destroyed to hide their true origins.
I mean, you look at this stuff and you're like, well, that could be real. So if that is possible, what am I actually looking at here? So is there more? Did the mud slides actually cover up our past? Is our past actually preserved underneath us? Is some of the stuff that we utilize and use today just the tip of the earth? Oh, well, I guess you would call it the tip of the mudslide. And could there actually be a way to prove how everything existed in the past? You know? Is it true that the earth is flat and where we are today is more of an isolation and this ongoing experiment to see where control will get them? I don't know, everybody. I don't know. But man, this seems real. I'm not going to go out there and start digging. I'm not going to. But people are. People are digging up stuff, and they are finding some incredible, incredible things. I thought this was crazy, everybody. Crazy. And again, I do apologize for all the sniffling. Look at this. Because you refuse to see, let me show you. This is not a drill.
33 Pennsylvanians who have tested positive for
COVID-19.
Today we have 33 cases.
There were 33 new cases.
The state of Minnesota today reported 33 new COVID-19 related deaths.
There are 33 confirmed cases in Arkansas.
That's the largest single-day increase so far, raising the total to 33.
33.
There were 33 confirmed cases in North Carolina.
33.
There was 33 everywhere.
Yes.
I think that was Red Team Go. I think 33 is like Red Team Go. Everybody goes, okay, let's do it. It's time.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, there's like literally 1,000
Wow.
33s and 33 new cases. 33 people died in fucking Hong Kong.
The number 33, we all know what that represents. Everywhere, every single day, it was like, well, 12 more cases, which now brings the state to 33.
Yes,
We had 33
yes,
cases today.
yes,
We had 11 cases, which now it's 33. 33 more people. I'm going, oh my God, how dumb do you have to see to not understand this is going on? Yeah, that was green light, go. We're off to the races.
Yeah.
You've been subject to propaganda and lies by people who are very well trained in how they do that. If you find one thing your government has said which is clearly not true, I ask you this. Why would you believe anything else they've told you?
I don't believe anything they've told us. I don't believe a goddamn word that comes out of their mouth today. This shit is wild, everybody. It is absolutely wild. I mean, how are you supposed to believe them? These stories that they make up, these things that they keep telling us that we need protection from is insane. Let's see. We got a little bit more stuff going on with this flat earth shit, man. It is wild to see. Check this out.
All right, here's a big wake-up call. I had to scour the internet to find a 5-day time lapse of the Alaskan 24-hour sun. And you'll see right here, this is up near the Arctic Circle, right? And you'll see the sun goes up, this is high noon, and it's going to come back down again. As it comes back down, you'll see the sun gets smaller each time with each day. So we've already witnessed a few days here, and it comes back around, here's high noon, and then the sun's going to come back down and set, almost set. It's just simply moving far away and getting smaller. And here it comes back around, it's circling, and that's another day. You can see the days pass, and the sun is local. It is simply just circling above. It's not 93 million miles away. It is not in outer space. In fact, none of the stars or planets or any of this stuff is in outer space. It's all in a closed environment. It's all part of the firmament. The stars and the planets, whatever, are simply lights, the luminaries. But yeah, here it is. Look, nice clear day, sun coming down, and it's gonna get smaller and smaller as it sets. See? And here's what you're actually witnessing. I'm gonna show you, this is from the FE Clock app. This is Alaska. And look, the sun is just simply moving around in a circle, and it never really gets dark in Alaska in this model. The flat earth model is what's up. It matches the Bible, and it matches our observation and our feeling. You guys aren't spinning through the galaxy.
Is it possible? I don't know. Did you know this? Flat Earth has been a thing longer than round Earth. They've been talking about flat Earth since the 1600s. They have been talking about round Earth since I believe the 1800s, if not later than that. So science supposedly proved flat Earth was not real because it was the only way we thought of Earth was flat. Even though there are past civilizations and past things that we have found that do show round Earth, right? And the planets and everything else and the solar system and the stars. But it wasn't until after flat Earth had been around for, I think, almost 200-300 years, if not longer. And then all of a sudden, everybody started thinking about it a little differently. And then we use science to kind of prove that fact to be true. So if that fact was true, then how could this be what we're looking at today as actual fact? Because if you were to look at this today as actual fact, I think there would be some problems with it. You know what I mean? So check this out. How are we supposed to believe them or believe any of this when you see stuff like this? This is NASA's 5 minutes of fails. This guy is flipping a deck of cards around as if he's on some space station. But watch this. I don't even know. Is that a candle? What is in his left hand there? Or right hand, I should say. But he keeps dropping the card. The card keeps falling. Look at the person behind him. They're just sitting there doing nothing. They're not floating. And then look, watch. He's going to grab the harness. He's going to grab the harness. And he grabs the harness, pulls him back. Oh, don't go that far. He's flipping around. Like, look at this lady's hair in the back, too. That's him grabbing the harness. Look at the lady in the back. Look at her hair. It's not even moving, everybody. It looks like there must be a pound of gel inside of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's stiff. It's hard. It's not moving. It's not floating. Her necklace isn't even floating. I mean, what makes you think that I can believe anything coming out of your mouth? Watch, he's going to fall. He's going to fall. There he goes. Oh, gravity just came back instantaneously? No, gravity didn't come back instantaneously. Look at Bush being pushed around. It's just fake. Look. He's walking by a TV that has a black screen with a guy, and this is what they turned it into. It's such BS, everybody. It's such BS. Aliens are BS. Where we came from is BS. I don't know. I'm starting to believe round Earth is fucking BS, everybody. This stuff is wild. And supposedly, I'll show you this one real quick. This is just a quick read. I mean, look at this. Warnings of virus in 1981. 2 authors appeared to predict coronavirus decades before the outbreak. Decades before. Dean Koontz thriller, The Eyes of Darkness, published in 1981, tells the stories of a lethal man-made virus in Wuhan, the same Chinese city where the coronavirus broke out. And in another spooky coincidence, the Doomsday Book, Ends of Days, written by American psychic Sylvia Brownie and published in 2008, predicted there would be a phenomena like global pandemic in 2020, everybody. Isn't that wild? I thought that was crazy to read. And then what was the last thing that I had right here? This with Trump. It's very interesting what this could be. Check this out. I'm trying to go through these relatively quickly.
So how many caught this during Trump's speech to the World Economic Forum? On the backdrop behind him was the seal of the President of the United States, but the eagle's head was facing the wrong direction. The eagle's head typically faces towards the right, where the eagle's right talon is holding the olive branch, symbolizing peace. However, the eagle behind Trump had its head facing towards the left, where the eagle's left talon is holding a group of arrows, symbolizing the nation is at war. Although the design of the seal of the president has changed many times throughout history, its design has been fixed into place through executive orders. For instance, in 1945, President Harry Truman issued Executive Order 9646, where the eagle's head faces towards the olive branch. Interestingly, this executive order revoked an earlier executive order put into place in 1916 by President Woodrow Wilson. Executive Order 2390 in 1916 had designs for the eagle's head to face towards the arrows instead of the olive branch. Now, what's really odd is that the executive order in 1916 was placed just 11 months before the U.S. entered World War I. Likewise, the executive order by Truman to reverse the eagle's head towards the olive branch was issued just 2 months before we got out of World War II. So because Trump had the eagle's head facing towards the arrows, does that symbolize that we might be entering a conflict sometime soon? Let me know what you think in the comments. So
I'm going to disagree with him, though. I'm going to disagree with him, and I'll tell you why. The head was already turned. The head was turned because of Biden. We're in war. We are in war right now, whether you want to believe it or not. Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, Israel. We have helped on both of these fronts. So, is the eagle head going to change back to the olive branch? Because Trump's in office now, and we're looking at an old symbol because he just took over. So I believe this head was turned because of Biden, not because of Trump. If anything, I'm really hoping that that head goes back to the olive branch because Trump's in office and he wants to get us out of these wars. Now, I have heard a little chatter here and there. Supposedly, he's not going to stop these wars. I think there's too many people that are benefiting from it. So we will see what's happening. These tariffs are going through. Things are happening. My question is, and I wish everybody would jump on board with me here and try to figure this out. But the problem that I'm having right now, how is it okay for everybody to up their prices when the shit on the shelves had nothing to do with the tariffs? The stuff coming in is probably already in the U.S., and the stuff coming off the boats are the only thing, anything that has already landed, that is here. Why do the tariffs affect the product that is already here? Why do I have to pay more money for something you paid less money for? You didn't pay any money on the tariffs yet. You haven't paid anything. But yet everything in the grocery store is going up. Everything everywhere is going up. And you keep blaming the tariffs for it. You can't up your prices before you pay for it. I am so tired of this. Why do I have to pay more money for something that was sitting on the shelf yesterday? Because the tariffs went through today. That is wrong, everybody. It's wrong. Now, I am going to end on a happy note. This is very, very interesting and really cool. Whoever came up with this or designed it or put it together, man, this is neat. This is neat, everybody. Check this out. Check this out.
Oh, it's a secret door? Let me see. Whoa. Oh.
How are you, my drink?
What is in here?
Tissues in a car.
Oh my.
Like, what is that?
Goodness.
It looks like a shower. But it's not.
It? Okay. Wow. What's out here? Is there another secret door out here?
Oh, wait.
Ah! Okay, show me what's out there. Wait a second.
What?
Oh, is this Grandma and Grandpa's bedroom?
Yeah.
Whoa, this is pretty cool looking. What's in this door? Oh! Does that door not open?
Let me try again.
How did this girl
that
figure
door
this
not
out? Watch this shit. This is the coolest one right here.
Oh my goodness. What's in there? I want to see.
So crazy.
Oh.
That part's funny. Look at. Ah! And then
Whoa.
you're in a tiny Blockbuster?
Oh yeah, there is.
Look at that TV. I had that TV.
What is this place?
I love movies.
What?
Is this how you get to your bedroom?
Yeah.
That is so wild, everybody. Could you imagine that? I don't know if they were renting the house or if they just bought the house or what, or what is actually happening here, or where this is actually located. But wouldn't that be wild? You're like, you go to open that closet door and the handle just unmagnetizes. It's in your hand and you're like, why can't I open this door? How did that girl figure? Well, she must have taken that thing and just moved it all around, and then all of a sudden it magnetized to that wall, opening up another hidden door that led you into a small Blockbuster. What? I mean, some of the stuff that shows up today, some of the stuff that I talk about, I understand. Everybody has a difference of opinion. I understand this is on the fringe of everything, everybody. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you believe that the world is round or flat, or the Tatarians were really here and we're ancient ancestors, they are our ancient ancestors, and there is more to this than just what we're looking at on the surface, right? Then just look into it. But they are hiding stuff from us. They are trying to keep us from finding the truth. And for a lot of people out there, it seems to be working. And that does have me worried, because if you believe in their lies, then you're that much easier to control. And the only reason I get upset about that is because you'll be part of the population that'll be left over. So you'll get to see it all come to fruition. Me, unfortunately, they're not going to be able to turn me, and I'm never going to believe anything that they say, so I am the type of person they want to get rid of. I am stopping them from having complete control. And that does worry me for a couple different reasons. But I'm trying to tell everybody right now, stop believing them. Do not believe these people. Do not believe anything that they're telling us. That Schwab guy is evil. He might be the devil. He might be the worst person on the planet. I don't think Donald Trump's the devil, and I don't think Elon's the devil, and I don't think that they're praising Hitler or any of this stuff that's going on, but the stuff that's going on is leading us somewhere, and I don't know where it is, what it is, or where they're trying to lead us, but it feels like a trap, everybody. It feels like a trap. So, that all being said, everybody, I really, really thank everybody for checking out the podcast, watching, supporting, everything that you do for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you're new to the podcast, remember to subscribe. If you want to tell your story, talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. Send an audio, video, or type it out. And the link tree is where you find everything. TwT, it's just that easy. And, of course, I hope everybody out there enjoys their Thursday. You have a great weekend. And I will talk to you later.